So Pat, we're meant to be having a show in Manchester today. Can you tell us the reason why this is not going ahead?
Well, sometimes it's hard to talk about, really, especially when you say with the three guys that should have been boxing. As I've explained to them, sometimes things happen that is out of my hand, and one of them things that happened is, not being able to get on fights, not being able to get certain fights matched up, circumstances. It's only down to 4 fights on the card. It's even a loss pulling a show as it is, putting a show on and losing money, because you're losing money when you cancel a show, you're losing your deposit, you're losing this, you're losing that. Today is one of them days, and not being able to have these guys on today, it's I think, there's not much I can say about it. I just feel it's a horrible thing. It never happened. There wasn't enough fights on. The show would have lost a lot of money, and normally, as I say before, it isn't about the money for me. But I don't mind the show breaking even. I don't mind it losing money on a few quid where I don't mind putting it in. But we did one a week before that was down, and it went through. And we didn't want to do this, especially when we've got another date coming up in November. So it was a choice. It's a hard decision that I had to make, but I think I made the right choice.
Cool. I would like to get a bit of an insight, or let our audience know a bit of an insight, the amount of work that goes into planning the show, because people don't see, they just see, oh, show is happening. Can you just let us know the amount of work that you and your team put in?
Behind the scenes, where do we start? There's a lot of work that goes behind it, with matchmakers, live streaming. It's a lot we have to put together in order to make it work. Making sure that these lads get the exposure. Trying to make it more like the same as what you would see on TV, but very on a smaller scale. The commentary, making sure we've got all the commentary panel in order. So when you've got to cancel all that and everything else, it's hard, because you want to be taken serious. And even though everybody knows it's no fault of my own, because it's not something that we do on a very regular basis. It's a good commentary that we had as well, a good commentary panel. Again, the streaming that we've got, the goal and his crew is very good. So it's a lot for me to start listing what we have to do. It is a lot behind the scenes, and it's just as hard for these lads when they've been in camp for 6 weeks, 8 weeks. Conor, I think this is the second time it's happened to Conor. 2 shows that's gone. Same with Lewis. Conor Ward has been very fortunate that he's able to get on. And if he would have got on this one, he's not missed nothing, because he'll be out in December.
So we've got 2 Conors. How do I refer to you so I don't... Twinny. Okay, cool. So Conor Ward. Cool. So Conor Ward, you fought on the Newcastle show, which was 3 weeks ago. Are you looking to get out today again? But obviously this just got pulled. How much work did you have to do between those two? Well, between the 3 weeks ago and this fight that could have happened today?
We've been managed. All the hard work was done in the first camp. It was just kind of tightening up on the second, with the last 3 weeks ticking over, really. It was a bonus for me to get to fight anyway, again, for 3 weeks. I just feel sorry for these lads, obviously, because they missed out on the first one.
Right. And how do you feel not getting on the fight, after putting in the work?
Listen, we could be sat here now not knowing when our next date is. We've been given a second date, so for me, that's more important than just being sat here with nothing, if you know what I mean. Just got to be fortunate.
Yeah. Lewis?
Yeah.
So you've had 2 shows this year cancelled?
Yeah, 2 shows. Yeah.
2 shows, I believe. How do you feel about this one?
Obviously, I'm gutted, devastated, but like I say, I've got a date now in November, 27th in Oldham, so I've just got to stay ready, Anna, and wait till then, really.
Yeah. Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about yourself?
I'm not really disheartened about the show being cancelled on because I know with part of his team, there's shows always guaranteed every 2 months. So no matter what, I know I'm going to be on a show. So putting all the hard work and it's all it is, like Connor said, it's just you get a couple of days off, all you're doing is just sharpening up again. You've not lost your fitness, you've not lost anything, it's just sharpening back up. So at the end of the day, I know I'm going to be fighting which one is it? November.
Same as Lewis.
Yeah, cool. So we all know grassroots boxing is, on the rise, and Black Flash is sort of leading the way, putting on shows for you guys. How grateful are you to be part of the team and seeing that these shows are happening regularly, Lewis?
Yeah, I'm buzzing really because, like I say, Pat can get me out being busy, but at this moment in time, it's just been a bit of a hard time, and there's nothing we can do about that really. But get this fight out of the way in November, and then hopefully I can have a big year next year.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm blessed, man. These kids out there on the big promoters, and they're getting 2 fights a year at the most. With us, we're fighting. If we're lucky, we could get 6 fights a year, and good fights as well. So, I'm any position I'm in with Pat, we're blessed anyway. So, like Connor said, we got a good kid at our gym. Amar, he boxed not so long, a couple of weeks ago. He's only had 2 fights, and we've got another kid, Niall Brown. He only just turned pro, and he's only had 3 pro fights. Compared to Amar, who's only signed with Eddie Frank Warren, sorry. So he signed with him, he's only had 2 fights, and he could be looking at his next fight another 6 months or something, getting his 3rd fight. Even though he's still new to the game, he should be getting out on the regular. So I'm blessed.
Yeah. So I've been on 2 shows. So I was on the Newcastle show, and I was in Liverpool that Black Flash put on last week. And every time I'm behind the scenes, I see you guys, supporting the rest of the boys and walking around and soaking the experience in. How much does that help you in terms of your game, Lewis?
What do you mean, like just being at the show supporting them?
Mm-hmm.
It's good because your teammates aren't in, you're training with them every day, and plus you sort of like last weekend went to watch I think it was Niall and Adam. We were supposed to be fighting this weekend, so you sort of getting yourself mentally ready for it, thinking next weekend this is me. So yeah, it's good anyway. I just enjoy watching him anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. I spend more time with these guys than I do with my own family sometimes. So you've got to be there and support them, like our brothers, and stuff. It's a big family, Jimmy. It was first day I remember coming in. I was welcomed open arms, mate. So there's no pressure about it. I love going to support other lads, going mooching around to different parts of it.
I think one of them said it's like a family gym, which it is really, and it's always better when, for instance, Lewis was the latest news for in the gym, and he was lost, and then it's like once he's found his way, he's got into the training. Now he's adapted to the Collier style and the Pat Barrett way of training and the way of thinking. He's seen somebody else come in now, so it's like it's great now because he feels I'm not the last one. I feel I've fitted in there. I'm part of it now, and to have somebody new coming, and it's like you can watch how hard it is for somebody else new to try and take to what we're being taught in the gym, because we do a lot of this technique sparring where we all work as a team, and it's all about the left jab, and it's like a game. One goes in, one goes out, and it's trying to be the longest one. Then we'll do a final thing. So who's can have the best left jab? And sometimes the likes of Lyndon could lose the game. Sometimes it's one of the biggest underdogs will win. Sometimes it can be the smallest one of all that wins it. But it's all about basically spending time together. It's all about not just about boxing in the gym. It's about working together as a team. It's about loving each other and loving yourself and respect. Because no matter what these kids are in the gym, respect starts at home. And if they don't have respect for me, I don't care how good they are. I don't want them. So if someone said to me, "Hey Pat, would you train this or would you train that?" I'd say no. And it's not about how good a kid is, because if a kid's that good and I've been asked to train him, I'm not been asked to train him because people think that I'm a good trainer. I've been asked to train him so they might think it might be a good idea, but I don't want to be known as that. I would rather have kids that I've converted them from being what they are to who they are. Do you know what I mean? So, say for instance, he came here very basic, yeah, but he's beyond basic now. You know, he's getting a jab, he's established the jab, he's learning how to move his head. So, the key thing is, I've got to admit, there's one trainer that I do admire, and talking about legacies, that I think he's doing his father proud, and that's that. Is he called Sugar Hill? The one who trains Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
His dad was Emmanuel Stewart, because he's grown up around his dad.
His uncle?
Is it his uncle?
I think it's his uncle.
Is it? Well, he's grown up around him, watching him to be. And in the Tyson fight, he goes, jab the motherfucker, man. That's all you got to do is jab the motherfucker. You're just trying to walk right through him, just jab the motherfucker. And that, yeah, is something like what I would have said myself. You know, don't try and fight, because in a boxing game, as I tell these guys, speed does not tire. Yeah, the body tires. Yeah, and when the body tires, you throw tired punches. But no matter what, if you've got that in your mind, yeah, you can throw 4 or 5 pass combinations and you'll knock a tired person out. Do you know what I mean? And this is what we're trying to say. It's not how you train, it's how you prepare to fight a heel. I've got to be that voice. I'm like Jimmy the Cricket. You know, Pinocchio, he used to have the cricket on his shoulder, didn't he? That was his conscience. So even if I'm not there, you're always going to hear that voice in your head, what Pat Barrett wants you to do. Yeah. And this is where all my fighters are taught the same thing. Ambitious, yeah, ferocious with the jab, good head movement. Like you see it, Conor. You know, he showed a lot of class, a lot of head movement. But you see, it wasn't even the way I would have wanted him to do it. Because what he did, he needs to believe in it a lot more. And with every fight he gets, he's only going to get better. Each and every one of these kids that are around here, I'm going to tell you this now, they've all got a bright career. No matter what, yeah, they'll win. Whatever belt they win, they'll win a belt. Even if it's a central area, they'll win it.